Greetings and welcome to the Mid-Missouri Kayak and Weather Report for January 2023 at 2:45 in the afternoon on Saturday, January 28th. The temperature is 58 degrees, our predicted high. We're expecting some kind of rain after 7 o'clock tonight, and then into the 20s the next 2 days, back into the 40s, and then 50 again by next Saturday. We had mostly 40s this past week, 50s yesterday. Early this week, it was low 30s, and we had an inch of snow, which you wouldn't know it, it's gone, but I'm thinking that the melt, it's allowing me to paddle here at the Honey Creek access of the Moreau River, at my favorite spot with this overhang. Favorite spot to vlog, anyway. Yeah. The water's a couple feet higher than last time I was here. I'm actually able to paddle upstream. Last time I couldn't, just ran into a shoal, you know, this whole drought thing that's going on. And went 2 miles upstream. I went as far as Highway 54. There's a US 54 is 4 lanes at that point, and there's 2 bridges. I got past those in another 100 yards till I got to an abutment from the old US 54. And then I turned around and made my way through the trees, which were almost blocking the river because they've been lying there for a few months now. They're fallen, and trees are always coming downstream when the water's high. And there are some chutes, some narrow spots that are 10 to 20 feet wide where the current is pretty quick. Otherwise, it's a little swifter than normal, and it's not swift really. But in those chutes, it is, and they're 10 to 20 feet wide, and one of them is about 10 feet wide, and I'm paddling through it, and I'm rocking the boat like crazy, you know, standing still until I finally got past that, and it's like, well, this is nice and flat. But guess what? I was moving about a foot per stroke. Yeah. But I got past it. Yeah. And I'm thinking, right at the point where I'm thinking I'm not going to see any wildlife, you know, it's like at the mile point, I saw an otter. And it was on this bank, the same side that I was, coming towards me. Well, I was closer to the middle, I guess, but it was on my right. So that's the same side, you know, right side. And I got the camera out thinking, you know what, the way it's getting closer to the water, I wonder if it wants to cross, because this was a narrow section. And it did. It started crossing and heading towards me, and I kept it on frame, and I kept it on frame until it swam. It angled and swam right into the bow of my kayak. Bonk. Except it wasn't, I don't think it was its head. I saw it do a dip at the last second, so its back hit the kayak. And so I waited, thinking it's got to surface, and it didn't. So I set the camera down, and I backed up about 50 feet and just sat there for 5 minutes. Never saw it. So it could have come up behind me and crossed, and I never saw it. Yeah, bummer, man. I mean, it was 5 feet away from me. Yeah, pretty cool. Until it ran into the kayak. Yeah. And then after that, I did see a kingfisher, and he was pretty busy. Can never catch him on camera. They don't hold still. They're all over the place. And I saw it catch a fish. Yeah, about 100 feet away. It was pretty cool. That's all I've seen. It is overcast. I'm looking at a couple of blue patches, but that's about it. At one point, some people went by in a fishing boat while I was recording. Hey, how you doing? And I got to talking with them, so I started it over again. And they just had a trolling motor that they were, you know, so yeah. Yeah, is that for kayaking, weather, and wildlife? I thought I knew I won't see any blue herons this season, you know, this time of year. Maybe eagles, because sometimes they'll be hanging on the branches just waiting to drop down, especially with no ice. So, and I took a chance coming because this could be ice, you know. I mean, I've been here in February, March, or January, February, yeah, where it's been ice. So, and the water was high enough, so pretty cool. Yeah. All right, so what's going on? I did a book signing about 2 weeks ago, a week or two ago, at Downtown Book and Toy. It's the back half of the store is toys, but not like a toy store, not like Target or Walmart. A lot of educational type things, puzzles and that, you know, games. But they set a table up front for me by the door. They do a couple book signings a month, I guess. In fact, I think there's one going on today. So I sat there for a couple of hours and I signed 2 books. Yes, I sold all of 2 books, but still, it was pretty cool. It was a nice experience. And the people that run the store are nice. So, I think maybe 3 weeks ago, we drove to St. Louis to go to Dunaway Books, which is a used bookstore, to see a reading. There were poets that I wanted to see, and actually they're going to be in Bell the next day. But that next day was when I was doing my reading at Gumbo Bottoms. Yeah, I did a reading from my book. And yeah, so we went to Dunaway the day before. It was on a Sunday in the evening, and 3 poets, Scott Laudati, Damian Rucci, and I can't think of the last one. He's from Buffalo. So from New Jersey, New York, and Buffalo. And that was good. It was worth the trip. It was really nice. So yeah. Now, I said Bell. Barb's Books, they were going to be there that day. Barb's Books usually shuts down during the winter because it's an old building with bare brick walls, and it gets cold inside there, and they're trying to raise money for an HVAC system. It's run by Osage Arts Community, and they bring poets in every month, anywhere from 2 to 3 to 5 poets who are traveling, doing tours, and stop in. And last June, I think it was, I was a featured reader. They did one where they did a marathon where they had about a dozen readers, gave us, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes a piece or something like that. So that was pretty cool. Well, I'm going to be doing that again this coming June, and also going there for all the other readers during the course of the season, which opens in possibly March, but definitely April. Yeah. Water is dripping from the edge of this ledge. So yeah, okay, also, good news. My Ford Maverick, which I ordered on the opening day of ordering on September 16th, I received an email from Ford this week saying, "Hey Ken, your vehicle's going into production the week of March 13th. Yeah, so cool. I didn't think I would see that before November. I really didn't. Hybrids are only going to be 35% of total production. Yeah, but it's going into production. So even if it's that week or the week after, and then figure maybe another month for transport or whatever to get it up here from Mexico. Yeah, Mexico, that's where they make them now. So I may see it in May, so that's pretty cool. And then I will put a few things on it, a tonneau cover. I have one in mind that I want to put on the bed. And I got a Lariat, which is the top of the line for Ford trucks. And it has a better sound system and a few other things. Copilot 360. Now I have to order Copilot 360 in order to get the Lux package. But in any event, that's what gives you your, your warnings for side traffic, blind spots, and that sort of thing. It has a trailer hitch. I'm going to get a spray-in bed liner. So, yeah, that'll be pretty cool. It is a something gray. I'm going to have to look it up because I haven't thought about it for a while. But yeah, it's not a gunmetal. What the heck is the name of it? I don't know. You'll be reading it on the screen as I'm saying I don't know. So yeah, that'll be cool. I can't wait. And yeah, that's about it. Not a lot going on. Bonnie and I will be driving up to Casper, Wyoming in a week or two. That's about a 1,000-mile drive over to Kansas City, and then another 11 hours from there. So it's like a 14-hour drive. So maybe one day, maybe 2. I guess we'll have to see how that works out. And then, I don't know, it looks like maybe we'll be there a week, I'm not sure, or a week total. We'll have to see how it plays out. Yeah. But it's a trip that needs to be made. Well, anyway, hey folks, this has been your Mid-Missouri Kayak and Weather Report for January 2023. Ciao folks, and vlog on. Thinking of you, Jenny.